Hi everyone, my name is Marilene Quintana. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and director of operations at eVisa Immigration. And in this video, we are going to talk about the proof of funds required for immigration process to Canada. It is important to mention that we do weekly videos in our channel, so if you are interested in news and updates regarding living, studying, working, or immigrating to Canada, please follow us on social media because there is a lot of nice content for you. So first and foremost, what is proof of funds and why it is required? The government of Canada wants you and your family to be prepared to settle down in Canada without any major concerns. So for this reason, they require you to have what we call settlement funds, which is an amount based on LICO, low income cutoff, that will determine how much your family needs to stay in Canada, to establish themselves in Canada without having the need of work. LICO is a study made by the government of Canada that determines the low income cutoff, meaning the minimum that is required for a family to maintain themselves for a period of 1 year. And for the proof of funds for your immigration process, it is required half of the LICO. This study is updated every year, and for the purpose of this video, the amounts that we're going to talk about, it is valid until the end of 2020. One thing that's very important to consider is that although you need to demonstrate that money, you don't have to pay anybody, you just have to show that you have the money available. Now, let's talk about who requires to present proof of funds. Mostly the economic programs require proof of funds. So if we're coming through the Express Entry Federal Skilled Worker, Express Entry Federal Skilled Trades Worker, the Self-Employed Program, the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, or the Rural Northern Pilot Program, you are required to present proof of funds. You are not required if you have an LMIA or if you have already acquired Canadian experience in Canada with a valid work permit. Most of provincial programs you also require for you to present proof of funds, but some of them will consider your annual salary as enough proof that you have means to maintain yourself and your family in Canada. So it really depends on the program. A very common misunderstanding in who needs to provide proof of funds is regarding having a job offer. Even if you have a job offer and you are currently working in Canada, you are still required to prove funds unless this job offer was supported by a process called LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. So even if you have a job offer or you are currently working in Canada, if you don't have LMIA, you still need to demonstrate and present with your application proof of funds. Now let's talk about how much is required. The amount of money that you need to prove may vary according to the program that you are applying to. If you are applying through the Express Entry Federal Skilled Worker or Federal Skilled Trades Worker, if you're single, you are required to present 12,960 Canadian dollars with your application. If you're a couple, you are required to present 16,135 Canadian dollars with your application. And for each additional family member, usually it is added about 30% of that amount. So for example, for a family of 3 people, a couple and 1 child, it is required the amount of 19,836. For the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, the amount it is way below because the program also is considering that you must have a job offer in order to qualify for the program. For a single person, you are required to present 3,240, and if for a couple, the amount required is 4,034 Canadian dollars. The same way, 30% of this amount it will be added for each additional family member. Now we are going to talk about the Rural Northern Pilot Program, which also has a different requirement regarding the proof of funds. If you are a single person applying through the Rural Northern Pilot Program, you are required to present 8,922, and if you are a couple, you are required to present 11,107 Canadian dollars. If you would like to have access to the complete list of how much money is required according to the number of family members that you have, and according to the program that you are looking for, please check our blog post available at eVisa website. And if you want to know more about these programs, we have made videos about each one of them, so you can just go to our YouTube channel and check them out. And now the most common question regarding proof of funds is how to prove that you have the money available. The first important thing to say is that although the money is required in Canadian dollars, you don't need to transfer the money to Canada. You can present your funds in your local currency as long as the conversion rate satisfies the equivalent amount required in Canadian dollars. It is important to say the money needs to have liquidity, which means needs to be money available and cannot be assets, properties, land, or anything that you cannot make it available right away. The money also needs to be under the name of the main applicant of the application. In order to present proof, you are required to present a letter from the financial institution including the information about the bank account, date that was opened, and the balance for the past 6 months. Another very common doubt is regarding having the money to start planning your immigration. There is some time that's required for you to gather all the documentation and get everything ready, and the financial proof is one of them. I would say you are not required to have the financial proof in order to start planning, but when you start planning your immigration, you also have to start planning how you're going to present the funds. The money must be demonstrated for the past 6 months at the time of application, meaning after you already gathered everything, created your profile, and also received the invitation to apply. Well, if after watching this video you feel ready to start your immigration plan, please contact us. Our contact information is right below. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and follow us in our social media. Thanks for watching. See you next time.